It's saying it's logging on now. Now it said I'm live. It's not showing yet. I changed it. Alright. I think I'm live. Just waiting on people to show up. This thing always says 0 people watching, so I don't know if there's anybody here or not. I'll give it a couple of minutes. Are you typing? Are you typing? Oh, okay. I can see it now. Wow, it's really delayed. Alright, y'all. Bear with me. Give me about 3 minutes. I'll start at 5 as usual. Um, as the title suggests, this would be my stand-up comedy if I was to ever do it. Which I don't think I would, but if I was to ever have the nerve to stand up in front of a group of people and do it, this would be my stand-up comedy. So give me about 2.5 more minutes, and then I'll start. We can rock and roll. Hopefully, there's more people coming. I have no idea how many people are here yet, so we'll just wait patiently. All right, everybody, just hang in there with me. I'm sorry, I know I'm late as hell. I don't know why I can't get on at 10 o'clock like I said I would. But apparently, even sitting around the house all day still allows me to be late every time. So, about another minute, then we will rock and roll. All right. If everybody can still hear me kind of clearly, let me know because this thing just went orange. So I don't know if that means that people are experiencing issues or what is going on. All right. Okay, sweet. Thanks, John. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's rock. Hello, welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. As the title suggests, this will be my stand-up. If I was to ever do it, somebody told me, or somebody said a little while ago in one of my comments, that I should do stand-up because I, have great material. So I personally think I would fucking suck at it because I would really be nervous in front of a whole rack of people that I have no idea who they are or and they know nothing about me. So that'd kind of suck. Um, if it was all you people there, I think it would be easier because you kind of know what to expect from me, and I guess you all are used to my I guess my way of thinking and my quote unquote humor, so you will get a lot of my jokes. I don't know if they would, but hell, with if I was to ever do it, and I'm still thinking about doing it, um, this would be how it goes. Now, before I start, and John, thank you very much. Um, Before I start, I just wanted to say seriously to everyone who's listening now, or everyone who may listen, after this shit downloads and go into my little video list. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you for listening. Thank you for talking. Thank you for a lot of the conversations that we have. We may not agree on everything, and we may not get, you know, to like a place of I guess, peace on certain topics and certain issues. But I do sincerely thank all of you guys for listening, for watching, for commenting, for voicing your opinions. Honestly, one of the reasons that I really started this was honestly to make my point come across. But one of the things that I found that has, I guess, resulted from all these videos is that it sparked a lot of conversations. And I think that's good for everyone. It allows people to learn, allow people to see different viewpoints and different attitudes and different mindsets that other people have. And that's, to me, how people grow and how people become better and how people, learn to be better humans. So, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you. Seriously, it's not a lot of people, and not as lot as I would want, but I am extremely grateful for everyone who has ever listened to any of my videos and commented and watched or just anything. I just seriously thank you guys so much. Okay, this will be my stand-up. Now, it's kind of raw, and raw in the sense that I haven't practiced this shit. It just went over a lot of the things I would say in my mind. But I will go ahead and begin. I'm assuming they will introduce me. So I will come on stage, be all fat and shit. Walk on stage and I'll begin. Hello and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. Some of you may not be used to me. Some of you may not know what I am or what I do, but let me explain it to you. I am the great pastor, the great saint, the great or hierarchy of the Church of Fuck You. And if you're not familiar with the Church of Fuck You it is a church that many smart, intelligent, wonderful people gather together to laugh at stupid shit. Because that's what we do. We make fun of stupid shit. And everybody has done or said or did something stupid, and honestly nothing's off boundaries for us. We talk about politics, we talk about religion, we just talk about everyday run-of-the-mill stupid ass people. So now that I've explained my church to you, let me go into great detail of how my church works. Now, typically in a comedy club or something, you want people to laugh and have fun, which hopefully we're going to do that tonight. It'd be a lot easier if there was weed being pumped through the entire ventilation system because everyone would just laugh all the fucking time. Now, I don't know if you people are, familiar with weed or like weed or, smoke a little marijuana every now and then, but let me just explain it to you. It is so much easier to laugh and have a good time when everyone is high as shit. Because honestly, I would have to say nothing. I mean, like, seriously, I could just stand up here and it'll just take one person just to go, like, and, like, the whole crowd would just start laughing. And it'll be, like, two people paranoid as shit thinking the cops are busting in and going to kill them. But everyone will start laughing. It'll be the greatest show ever. And I would just go down in history as the greatest comedian ever who said absolutely nothing. Um, the only bad part of weed, I mean, there's a lot of bad parts of weed. Not to get into like a Sunday special school shit, but there's a lot of bad parts of weed. But one of the biggest bad parts of weed is that from weed comes weed stories. And a lot of the stories aren't as funny as they would be if you were there. Probably because if you were there, you would be high as shit too, and it would be hilarious. When you're not there, it just sounds idiotic. Case in point, one of my famous weed stories that me and my girl always would tell is that one time, there may have been a little intake of a certain substance that we can't say right now because it's still illegal in the state that we reside in. Um, we were partaking in, and then we just started making fucking hand puppets on the wall. Now, this story sounds absolutely idiotic to anyone who wasn't there. But being there, having someone put up two fingers and say it's a guy sitting in a chair, when clearly it was just two fucking fingers on the wall, it's absolutely downright hilarious when you're fucking high. So, obviously, I am pro weed, especially for tonight, because it will make my show so much easier to go with. Now, on to the show, on to the church. Now, the way this church works is, again, we make fun of stupid people. Now, everybody has done stupid shit in their life. Nobody can deny the fact. If you haven't, that means you have never been in an elementary school fight. For those of you who are familiar with elementary school fights, these are epic events that used to happen either on the playground or in the classroom when the teacher was doing what the fuck knows whatever they were doing. Um, and these fights would literally last in our children's time 45 minutes to an hour. Because apparently we have the shittiest teachers in the world who couldn't see kids walking around in a circle and standing there huffing and puffing. Now, again, if you're not familiar with this is when two combatants of elementary school age would stand there and face to face, daring people to cross the line and knock shit off your shoulders and all this other stuff. Which, again, if as an adult you look back and say that's the dumbest shit in the world, but as kids, this was like, this was like Braveheart for us. This was the fucking showdown. And if you ever, like I say, partake in one of these events, you know that sometimes these events become a little slow. They become a little stagnant. So there's always that one kid who want to expedite the situation. So they would stand in the middle of the two, combatants, as we will call them, and ask the other one to hit him. And obviously the little kid would slap the other guy on the hand. And then this little kid in the middle would turn around and just smack the fuck out of the other kid, saying that was from him. Now, we as kids, obviously, being the lack of intelligence that we have, we wouldn't even get mad at the kid who smacked us in the face. We would get mad at the other kid for sending that slap through this middle kid and then smacking us in the face. So then we got to send something back to the other little kid. So we would lightly tap him and he would smack the shit out of the other kid. So literally that's how some of our fights started. We didn't even hit each other. We was hitting a fucking third party. The third party was in turn like sending it with 10 times the force. And all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. And you have two kids scrapping and punching and biting and all this other shit on the playground. And all the while, the other little kid who literally started the fight wouldn't do shit. Wouldn't even get in trouble. So again, we've all been stupid. We've all been dumb. And that's the joys of life. The joys of life is being dumb and learning from being dumb. And I think the worst people in the world is people who don't learn from being dumb. We have, I would say, residential idiots among us. But that's the world we live in. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar. Well, again, we already established you guys aren't familiar with me. And please forgive me because I'm a little nervous. A lot of videos that I make are pretty much in line with what the church is all about. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to use some of my videos here. So if you watched some of my videos before, I do apologize. You might have to hear some repeat information. But hey, what the hell? I do have a question for you guys, though. Why is it so bad being fat? Now, I understand. I mean, you may see me up here. I'm a little chunky. That's fine. Whatever. I deal with it. But why is it so evil being fat? I see a lot of skinny people walking around in need of a sandwich and some pudding or whatever it is to plump their ass up. I don't understand it. Why is it so bad or why is it so evil being fat? Yes, we don't look like supermodels. We don't look like people in magazines. But fuck you. We don't need to look like them. We're happy. Have you ever heard the expression of being fat and happy? I've never heard of the expression of being skinny and happy. Sorry, I had to cough. I never heard the expression, I'm skinny and happy. It's always fat and happy. You see a cat, the cat is fat, cat's happy, bam, done. But this is the world. Now I just want to go. Let me keep going. The world we live in is fucked. We all know this from everything that we see on the news, all the politics and everything. The world we live in is fucked. What I find extremely funny and extremely interesting is how certain politicians can fuck the whole world and then brag about it. Like, I don't know how you feel, but I'm pretty sure you guys are enjoying your Obamacare just as much as I'm enjoying mine. Now, I understand everything is just completely, absolutely fucked when it comes to this whole little healthcare reform, and I'm so glad that certain people got their health coverage and they are apparently 100 times better. But I don't know about you, but Obamacare royally fucked me. And what really, really pisses me off is that how certain people of a certain party, and I won't even mention any names, a certain people of a certain party sits back and brag about how they fucked everyone. And then people cheer them. Like, what is the logic in this? Like, I mean, seriously, if they actually used facts when they said this shit, it might sound a bit different. You might not get as many cheers and hooplas as you get. Like, if somebody came out and said, I just want to brag about ACA because let's be real. We raised so many people deductibles. We made so many premiums so much higher. And now people are more fucked because their health insurance is so much more fucking expensive that they can't even afford to go to the doctor. High five to that. Like, who the fuck would cheer that? But again, I'm sure this intelligent crowd knows, politics is all bullshit. And we all know it's bullshit. We all have been there. We've all experienced. We've all heard the bragging and the boasting and all this other hoopla shit when your life completely gets fucked. I mean, royally fucked. How many wars are they going to send our people to fight in that we don't need to fucking fight in? But hey, let them do their fundraisers, let them mark their cheers, and let them just have the time of their life fucking up your life. And I'm assuming there will be some applause right here. So I'm going to pause for the effect. Okay. Now, on to life. Have you ever had life where things will seemingly be going so good and then all of a sudden you are so royally fucked? I mean, seriously, like you meet the girl of your dreams. She is beautiful. She is smart. She is funny. And all of a sudden you realize she has a crazy ass baby daddy who is waiting in your bushes as soon as you get home to figure out what the fuck you did with his booth that night. Don't you hate when life throws curveballs at you? Don't you hate when you think life is getting so fucking perfect and all of a sudden it just punches you right in the gut? Doesn't that shit just anger you? Like to your core, to your root? I mean, just take a little small, simple shit. You wake up in the morning. There's no fucking traffic. You're like, sweet. I get to get on the road. There's no traffic. The beltway is cleared. Then all of a sudden, you hit a fucking stop. And you're like, well, what the hell's going on? My road was clear. Come to find out, some asshole was on his cell phone, decided to merge over 3 lanes at one time, and then it caused a 12-car pileup. Don't you just want to punch this asshole in the face? Don't you just want to, like, get out your car and be like, dude, what the fuck were you doing? What were you thinking? See, there are certain times in your life where you think everything is going so well and so good, and life is just is cruising by at a wonderful, wonderful speed, and then life just punches you in the goddamn face for no reason. And as I've always told people, life is hard enough as it is. It's life just in itself is just hard. Then when you start throwing assholes in the mix, and life gets so much harder, doesn't it? Like every fucking time, it gets so much harder. And I just really feel like we should maybe try to move away or get all these assholes out of life so that life can get easier for everyone involved. I think that should be the plan. That's what politicians should actually start doing. Let's remove the assholes. I want a politician to come out with a remove the assholes campaign. And you might want to start with Trump. That's fine. Get rid of him. But let's start removing some assholes from the world so life can get easier for everyone. Like the guy who decides to drive 40 miles an hour down the highway and wait for the light to turn red or wait for the light to turn yellow, and then he decides he want to speed up to 60 so he can make the light. Can we please get rid of this asshole? I mean, somebody get rid of this asshole. Or the people who want to sit at green lights because they have to check their email, they have to check their Facebook, and they're too busy doing everything under the sun, eating a bowl of cereal and shit instead of driving. So now we're all sitting at a green light. We're all honking our horn like assholes. Like, dude, can you get the fuck out the way? And then by the time he decides to move, light's yellow. 2 other people get to go. Now, guess what? Somebody's late for work because this asshole wanted to check Gmail. Come on, man. Just get rid of assholes. Let's start making life easier for everyone to live. Let's get rid of crazy ass exes. Like, come on. Like, you if you break up, there should be a test, and they should test your sanity. Fuck the whole, background checks for guns. Have a background check for exes. Like, do you plan to break in this dude's house? Do you plan to scratch up his car? Do you plan to flatten his tires? If you do, we're going to lock you up. You need mental evaluation. Get your shit together. Then you can be released back onto the public so everyone can have a good time. Everyone can live life accordingly. Now, I've been called plenty of things in my life. Plenty of things, which I'm sure some people have been called plenty of things as well. But one of the things I have been called in my life is crazy. Now, some people feel I'm crazy, and that's fine. I will take that. But apparently, craziness is not just subject to me. There is a lot of crazy throughout my family, and I can go through the whole tree, but there's no point. But one of the people who I find absolutely crazy is my little daughter. Now, some of you may feel like, oh, she's so cute, or if you've seen her, I'm sure some of you guys have seen her. She's so cute, she can't be crazy. Let me tell you a little story about how crazy this little girl is. Now, let me remind you, I love my baby to death. But let me just explain to you how crazy she is. One year, I think it was like 2, 3 years ago, we had a Christmas tree. Obviously, my girl wanted to get a live Christmas tree because she likes fucking thorns all over the goddamn house. So we decided to get a live Christmas tree. And after a while, the Christmas tree obviously starts to, get dried up because apparently her idea of watering a Christmas tree is putting water in it one time and that's it. So, time to get rid of the Christmas tree. It's freaking January. Tree got to go. So I take the tree out the house. Obviously, there's, the little things are falling all over the house. The little things from the tree is falling all over the house. So my daughter, being the wonderful, wonderful child that she is, decides, I'm going to clean up. So I have the tree in one hand. I'm dragging it out, dragging it down the stairs. The thorns and the thistles are flying everywhere. So she tells me, it's no bullshit. I'm not even making this up. Daddy, you go outside and smoke. I'll clean up. So I'm like, okay, thank you, baby. Again, beautiful child, wonderful child. Thank you, baby. I'll go outside and smoke. You go ahead. So I take the tree out. Now, I close the door. Now, mind you, I have 3 other kids. So, yes, I'm very good at what I do. I have 3 other kids, all beautiful. I love them to death. But the little one is just the craziest. So I take the tree out the house, close the door. Now I'm still on the stoop because I'm about to light my cigarette, throw the tree, by the little yard or whatever, so people come pick the shit up. So I'm by the door, still can hear. So this is the conversation that I hear, okay? Word for word, conversation that I hear as soon as I close the door. All right, I get to clean up. Oh, I want to help. Oh, I'm sorry, there's only one broom. Now, again, conversation I hear. Oh, I'm sorry, there's only one broom. Oh, man. You know what? There's another broom over there. End the conversation. Now, again, mind you, this is my baby. Mind you, I have 3 other kids. But the point is, she's the only one in the house. There's no one else home. And the first thing I start thinking in my brain is, who the fuck is she talking to? Like, not only is she talking, she's answering like she's talking. Like, she just had a whole entire conversation with herself, being from happy and elated to disappointed all by herself. Now, understand, I watch horror movies like crazy. I love horror movies. I watch horror movies in the middle of the night. I watch horror movies. Any horror movie that comes on, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's about a goddamn leprechaun going around killing people or if it's an Easter bunny going around killing people. I'm watching it. And the first thing I think of is, what kind of movie am I in right now? Because if this is like one of those dramatic, dramas, then, I come in, I find out, she has like multiple personalities. I send her to a shrink. She gets better. We go on happily. Yay. If this is a comedy, I walk in, she starts laughing, and then all of a sudden, everything just goes on about its business. Or if this is one of those fucking horror movies that I always watch at 3 o'clock in the morning, I walk in, she looks at me, and another voice says, he knows, and then I'm just fucking dead. And you never see me again. So I don't know what movie I'm walking into. All I know is there's a little kid in my house with the broom who just had a conversation with no one else. A complete entire conversation with no one else. And there is nothing that I can do because obviously I have to walk back in the house eventually. So I do what any normal person would do. I just walk in the house and just started punching everything. Because I figure if this demon child is going to be a demon, I'm going to show her that I'm a bigger demon than she is. And that's my only recourse. It's the only thing I could do. But no, seriously. I love my baby. She literally is insane. Absolutely, positively insane. And I will never forget that conversation in my life. The fact that she just literally stood there and had an entire conversation about how disappointed she was that she couldn't help herself sweep the floor. And this is the craziness that I'm talking about. This is the craziness that I deal with in my life. Now I'm not going to go to other situations because, namely, the person is standing right here, and I don't want to say about other situations. But craziness is encompass everything that I do. It's fucking insane. My job is crazy. My life is crazy. But that's what makes this so much fun. It's because I can come out here and I can tell everyone about how crazy it is, and I can laugh about it and try to make light of it, and then everything just it gets better. As stupid as it sounds, it gets so much better because this is my chance to vent. This is my chance to get shit off my chest, and it's my chance to just make fun of people who just do stupid shit. Like, one thing that I find completely crazy is how we like to. What's the best way to say this? We like to save people who shouldn't be saved. Like, there are people who, like, we would try to save people who killed 17 people and do certain things. Like, there's a group of society who feel like we shouldn't kill them. Like, for what? We try to save people who don't want to be saved. People who like, you know what, I just want to die. I want to kill myself. And it's like, no, you must live. I mean, we try to force our morals on other people. We try to force our beliefs on other people. But now we try to force life on other people. Like, no, you want to die? You want to kill yourself? Nope, that's not right. Because I said so. Because my God said so. You have to live. And it's like, who the fuck are you? If someone wants to die, let them die. If someone wants to live, let them live. Let's stop trying to save everyone who doesn't want to be saved. I think that should be a good start. Um, One of the things I do in my church is shit that I hate. And I'm sure some of you are familiar with this. Um, there are certain things that I hate more than anything, and one of the things that I hate is a fucking hypocrite. Now, we've all been dealt with or talked to or been surrounded by people who are absolute hypocrites. Through and through hypocrites. Now, let's get it started on religion, because what the hell, why not? Have you ever had people tell you how much you're going to hell and how you're evil and how you're bad until they do the exact same shit they told you you're going to hell for? And what's the first thing that they say? You can't judge me. Really? Really? So we like to throw out shit about, how evil someone is because, oh my gosh, you stole that watch, and then they pull up for your house with a stolen car. And they're like, hold on, I'm going to hell for stealing a watch. What the fuck is going to happen to you? You stole a car. You can't judge me. Only God can. Really? You fucking hypocrite? Really? Now we're not in the judging business tonight because you're at wrong or you're at fault. I love how people say God is love. God is love. Oh, God is love. Jesus is love. God is love. God loves you. God loves you until they find somebody they hate, like, say, a homosexual, then all of a sudden it's like, fuck you, burn in hell, you faggot. Really? Like, I just don't understand how we come from um, everyone is love and God is love and everyone is a peace and it's love and it's all tranquility and God wants to save your soul until you do something I don't like, then it's fuck you, you're not on my side, I hate you, burn in hell. Little hypocritical, don't we think? I love it how all the Muslims tell you how Islam is of peace and Allah is of peace and everything's of peace until you do something we don't like, then we're cutting off your fucking hand or we're cutting off your legs or we're just gonna kill you, we're gonna stone you to death. Oh, you looked at the wrong man. Oh, you walked outside not dressed in a fucking hide ass shirt or a hide ass dress with your head covered and everything covered in all black in the middle of fucking August. Really? time to kill you. We're going to stone you to death. But it's peaceful. Maybe we have different definitions of peace. But see, this is the hypocritical shit that we deal with every day. And it's not even just subject to religion. You know what? The one of the biggest hypocritical things I find is politics. Oh my gosh, politics. Oh, oh wow, politicians. Not even just politicians, but politics. Period. One of the funniest things I find is that when your candidate, and I've seen this 100 million times, when your candidate changes his mind on something, all of a sudden he decided to evolve on the situation. When a candidate you don't like from the other party decides to change his mind, he's a fucking hypocrite. How dare? Oh, he didn't say that last year. He didn't say that 2 years ago. Oh, and all of a sudden he's going to say that shit now. Oh, he's so fucking hypocritical. He's just changing his mind for the votes. But it's funny that when your side does it, oh, they listen to the people and they decided what the people want and they have evolved to become a better person in a situation to make life better for everyone. When the other side does it, this hypocritical piece of shit. Oh, now he's for gay votes? That's bullshit. He went for gay marriage 3 years ago when he was like, fuck those gay people. Now all of a sudden he's for it. Oh, he's just a hypocrite. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Really? See, this is the world we live in. Hypocrisy rules our world. And that is the easiest way to say it. It absolutely rules our world. Because we have hypocrites all over. And, I mean, it happens at work. You know, it's funny. One of the most hypocritical things I've ever found at work, when they hire you for a job, typically they want you to know everything about your job. You got to come in with some kind of experience, some kind of, educational background, or you got to come in with some kind of knowledge of what the fuck you're doing, unless they're hiring a supervisor, because apparently they hire supervisors and they don't know shit. I have been in a couple of different positions and different companies where you have to train your fucking supervisor. Is that not the most idiotic shit you've ever heard in your life? So you mean to tell me I got to tell you how to do your job so then you can in turn tell me how to do my job? Does that even make any sense? Like any sense whatsoever? But this is the world. And everyone who walks around and says, I'm not a hypocrite, everyone's a fucking hypocrite. Everyone has done hypocritical shit. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Not everyone. There's a lot of people who have. There's a lot of people who claim to be, on the up and on the right and doing everything right and correct. And they're just fucking hypocrites. You want to know? We're just going to do a test real fast. We're just going to do a really fast test. One of those hypocritical things I've seen is people who argue over the whole minimum wage thing. It's the biggest bullshit you've ever seen in your life. And they will say, people can't get by on, $12 an hour, or $10 an hour, or $5 an hour, or whatever they're getting by on. You're not supposed to get by on that. You can't do that. And I'm not going to support any shop. I'm not going to support any company that doesn't pay their employees $15 an hour. And I find this the funniest shit in the world because, again, they're walking around with their fucking iPhone made in some Chinese sweatshop where people are making $2.15 a day. They don't give a fuck about minimum wage. Everything they own is made in either fucking Taiwan or some Mexican sweatshop where people are getting $1.15 a week. And the only thing they can buy is a big-ass bag of rice that hopefully lasts them the entire week till they get their next $1.15. But these are the same people who will be like, I will never go to fucking Walmart. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe they only paid them $7.50 an hour. Really? Talking about hypocritical to the utmost. Talking about the just... You know what it is? And I'm going to just be honest with you. It's not so much as being hypocritical, which honestly a lot of people are. People will be hypocritical as long as they're fitting in, or with their definition of fitting in. They will. Republicans do it all the time. The biggest case I've ever seen of hypocrisy is that, Republicans are so anti-abortion. They don't want any abortion. No one can have an abortion. Babies are life. God is love. He does not want any child to, not have life. Please have the babies. They need life until the child is born. Then it's like, well, government, I can't afford to take care of my child. They're like, fuck you, get off welfare. No one told you to have the baby. If you couldn't afford the baby, why'd you have it? What the fuck? You made it no way to get rid of the child. And then in turn, you're going to get pissed off at the person for not being able to afford to take care of the child. But you don't want the government to help because it's not the government's responsibility to take care of your child. It's not the government's responsibility to be involved with your decision makings of life and to have, to have children and be able to feed it and clothe it. And I think that's the funniest shit in the world. They care about the child as long as it's a fetus, but when it's an actual child, they don't give a shit about it. As long as it's in the womb, oh my gosh, that baby has rights. That baby should be protected. That baby should be nourished and fed by the mom. Mom is a crack whore. No, don't, you can't do that. That is wrong. You need to give your baby love and nourishment, and it's the government's job to enforce and help take care of its citizens until the citizens are born. Then it's like, fuck you, kids, you're on your own. No one told you over to have you. So, do we really care? But again, this is the hypocrisy of life. This is it's all what it is. We love to, like I say, as long as we're united and as long as we're, you know, I guess joined in what we feel like is right, we don't care about being fucking hypocrites. We just fucking don't. And unfortunately, as a society and as people, we just don't fucking care. Because it's easier to just to fit in with everybody and to do what everybody feels and thinks. And as long as we are united in being fucking hypocrites, we don't give a good goddamn what it is. We just like it. It makes us feel comfortable. We're happy being a lying piece of shit to the whole entire world. One of the things I find funny about another whole little I say political thing is that just recently thinking about it, how Democrats do not want. Speaking of abortion, Democrats don't want the government and your healthcare decisions at all. Remember, it's a woman's right to choose. Government should not be in the doctor room with you. The government should not have anything to do with your health care. Your healthcare decisions are your healthcare decisions. But you need to buy insurance because the government's going to demand it. Oh, we don't want to be involved in your healthcare decisions, but we're just going to make sure that you make healthcare decisions. Isn't that being involved? Last time I checked, not being involved in healthcare decisions means just completely staying the fuck out of healthcare decisions. Not interjecting oh, well, you need to have this, and you need to have this, and you need to make sure this is covered, and you need to make sure that is covered, but we don't have shit to do with it because we don't want to be involved in your healthcare decisions. Are we going to have it both ways? Again, the world of hypocrisy. You have to love it. You really, really have to love it. Now, I'm just going to leave you off on this. My church honestly started about 5 years ago now. God damn, it's been going on a long time. Started 5 years ago, and one of the things that I have found is that everyone wants to be in groups. Whether you are Christian, atheist, whatever, black or white, this power, that power, whatever. Everyone wants to be involved in a fucking group. Everyone wants to feel like they belong in a certain group. Well, you know what? I have a group for everyone. It's called a group of common fucking sense. And it's about time more people started to join it. And in the world of common sense, we do not need people to tell us to do simple shit and basic shit that everyone should know to do. Like, let's say for instance, when someone holds a door open for you, the common sense and courteous thing would be is to say fucking thank you. I cannot tell you how many times I have held a door for someone, they did not say thank you, and literally I wanted to run after them and drag their ass back through the door. Because it's like, dude, be fucking courteous. A little common sense where we don't have to have people telling us or warning us of stupid shit. Like, don't use a fucking iron on, don't iron your clothes while it's on your body. Or, remove a baby from a stroller. Simple common sense, basic things that most humans should fucking know. Or there's peanuts in peanut butter. But how about we fight now to have more people join the world of common sense? And I think if we ever were to ever get to that world, the world will be a much, much better place. All right, man, that's it for my whole stand-up thing. I know it was really, really rough, and I do apologize to y'all. I was actually making up. I thought about majority of it beforehand, but I didn't know how to piece the shit together, and I feel like certain parts I was kind of rushing through or stumbling over, and I apologize. Um, if you have any feedback, any comments, anything, just please just tell me. I would love to hear it, because again, I'm nervous as fuck doing it online or doing it with you guys. I can only imagine how it would be sitting in a room full of like 50 or 60 drunk ass people, or even more drunk ass people, and them expecting me to make them laugh, because that I would be so fucking bad. I would be so fucking horrible. I could understand how people like some comedians are either alcoholics or strung out on drugs or something, because that is nerve wracking as fuck. Um, because you're literally standing in front of people you have no idea, you've never met, and you're trying to explain shit to them, or tell a joke to make them laugh and make them feel better about themselves, or get a point across, which you can try to get a point across, but sometimes it just comes out really, really bad. um so if you have any comments, anything, if it was shitty, please let me know. I know I need to clean up a lot of stuff. I know I need to, I guess, say things better, or say things in a more smooth and fluid way. Oh, I'm sorry. I really did try to make it as best as I could. And I know, and obviously, if you guys have been following me, which I'm sure you have, you will hear a lot of the shit that I've already said in some of my videos previously. Um, but hey, I mean, that's my stab at stand up. Hopefully, I'll actually get it better. If I ever decide to do it, if I ever decide to do it, I might do it in some dark ass club with 12 people in that way, and I'll drive down to some hick ass country. So if they don't even fucking know me, it'll be good. So I could just move on away and just pretend like it shit never happened. Um, that's honestly what I wanted to do. If you guys have any questions, anything, any topics you want to talk about, I heard Hillary won freaking South Carolina. I don't know if anyone even cares. I know I don't. But if you guys want to talk about it, feel free. I don't know. What else do we have? Apparently, there's been people driving by in California just shooting people while driving down a highway, which, okay, it's fucking insane. But hey, what do you expect? This California. Um, what else do you have? I know I'm out of breath. I just wanted to give a nice little warning to everyone. There is a fucking virus or something that is floating around now that will knock you on your ass. Last Sunday, that shit hit me really hard. It hit me, and like seriously, I was constantly fucking exhausted, tired. I had no appetite, had a headache like crazy. Was spiking fevers here and there. Just felt just completely fucking exhausted. So I know this may sound like some old ass lady, um, but take your fucking vitamins, drink your orange juice, and whatever you do, stay away from anyone who has like a fucking slight of a sniffle, because that shit was no joke. I'm seriously am still fighting this shit. I feel a whole lot better, if anyone gives a shit. But I feel a whole lot better. I'm still fighting it though. This shit sucks so bad. It really, really would knock you on your ass. And I thought it was really funny. Speaking of hypocritical, I thought it was really funny. But I got sick as shit on Sunday. Still took my dumb ass to work on Monday. I did stay off Tuesday. Um, but went back to work on Wednesday, though I wore a mask all day, so I won't spread that shit around the office to try to get people sick. I just thought it was funny because last week I was telling people that if you're sick, stay your dumb ass home because you don't want to bring this shit to work. And I got sick as shit on Sunday. The first thing I did on Monday was get up and go to work, which, again, thank you very much. Proved my point. Sorry. Um, but I guess that's it. Um, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for everything. I guess I'm cutting it short tonight because I guess my stand up wasn't going to go that long. I didn't expect to have an hour long stand up. My first stand up. It would be I have to work up to that. I'm good, but I'm not that damn good yet. Um, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for hanging in there. Just definitely for your comments. If you have, I guess, anything, I am on Facebook, the Church of Fuck You little club or whatever it is. If you decide you want to join, please by all means come on and join. I try to talk as much as I can in there, but I don't get much response. I guess people are just busy doing shit, and honestly, I don't get a Facebook nearly as much as I used to. So I'm kind of sporadically in there, out there. But if you ever want to join up, you can. I'm on there. Just hit me up. We can, if you have anything to say, anything to talk about, whatever, I try to talk as much as I possibly can. But like I said, I don't get on as much as I used to because apparently when you have a life, you just can't sit on Facebook all day. Who do that shit? But again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is St. Patrick, and I am out.